Hi, Minu.
Hi, ma'am.
So just today you have joined, expecting at least three more people. Okay, and since the climate is very bad today at outside, is it raining at your end or how it is?
It's
Where you are from?
uh, from Bangalore, ma'am. And you,
Okay,
ma'am?
I'm from Bhubaneswar. So
Okay.
actually, most of the participants, I believe, they are from Bhubaneswar. Okay, means from Odisha. So the weather is very bad. There is a
Okay.
thunderstorm going on, so not sure whether people can get the chance to join or not.
Hmm. Okay, let's wait, ma'am, for some time.
Yeah, yeah. Or
Hmm.
else I'll just ask the skill marathon team, even though like there is one person also, if the session can be continued with that or not. Okay.
Hmm. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, we got few more people. So what you do, Minu? In the meantime, other people joins. Maybe like we can get to know about each other. What you do, Minu?
Ma'am, I'm software engineer only. But I have less knowledge of Spring Boot technology. That's why I joined. My project is in this technology only. Earlier, my project was in Servlet, just a very legacy project I was working upon. So now my project has changed, and the same technology is being used in that project.
Okay, good. Okay, what about you, Pradeep?
Uh, hello everyone.
Hi, Pradeep. Yeah.
So I work in Infosys as a Spring Boot developer in
Mhm.
LIC project.
Okay. So, Pratiksha, are you also in? Means are you also working? Pratiksha, you are there. Okay, leave it. You might be away. So we will just wait for 1 or 2 more minutes, okay? And then I will actually start because see, actually, I believe in continuity. So whoever has joined the session, I really appreciate and value their time. Okay, so we will be continuing. And if those who have not attended the session, they can go through the recording. But I don't think recording is easily available. Okay, it is now Minu Pradeep only. Still, I will start. There were a couple of few more committed people also. Actually, today the weather at Bhubaneswar is bad. Actually, now there is a power outage as well. Pradeep, are you from Bhubaneswar?
No, I am from Pune.
Okay, so most of the folks I was knowing that they are like from Bhubaneswar. So there is a power outage here, and thunderstorm is going on. Currently, I don't.
Hi Usha, can you hear me?
Yeah, Pratiksha. can hear you.
Yeah, so you asked me like whether I'm working, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Usha, I'm working in Infosys only. Currently, I'm part of the Bank of New York project. It's been 4 years I'm working in Infosys.
Okay, okay. Okay, good. Good. So it's like guys 7-6. So I don't want to like, uh spend more time in waiting. So let us start, okay? I'll start sharing my screen and already like the class is on recording mode. So those who want to check, they can check later. So let me share my screen, okay? So just I'm going to give a quick overview, okay? For the thing, I believe all of you were there in yesterday's session, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So same for Pradeep and Pratisha as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yesterday we have designed two API. We have created two API, right? One is Hello World service, where we are just returning a string, and other one is your Hello World bin. So what we did, I'm just trying to summarize, just a quick recap. So in the step one, what we did, can anyone tell me? Step one. Step one, what we did.
Ma'am, we need the REST controller.
Uh, First is we will create a
Spring Boot
cracked
project.
version of the project, right? Spring Initializer tool. We will use Spring Initializer tool, isn't it? Spring Initializer tool we have used. Can you remember?
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Spring
Yes.
Initializer tool where we have got the project skeleton. That means the Maven based Spring Boot 4.0 version project we use there from there. And the dependency what we took, Spring Wave MVC we took,
Spring Web, Spring Data JPA,
Spring Data JPA we had chosen,
Spring H2, and Spring Dev Tool.
Spring H2 and just we have chosen H2 and then it will show us. Then after to that, DevTool, Spring DevTool. That is for Spring DevTool is for reloading the project. Means as soon as you do some class level changes, it my screen is it's seen to all of you, right? You are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the, I mean, this is the step one we did, right? Then in the step two, what we did, we imported the project, right? Imported
Yes.
the project in IntelliJ. Then the next step is we created a IntelliJ IDE. Step three is, step three, we check that whether we have the Spring Boot application or not. Step three, we choose that this is the entry point, right? Here we choose that whether we have the entry point or not. And it is there, and you know what is the significance of this annotation, correct? This significance, anybody can tell, can anybody answer me what is the significance of @Spring Boot application? Just remember, this is one of the like very important question in the interview. Annotation Spring Boot application, what does it mean? This defines the entry point of the Spring Boot application. Okay, that is the first significance. Second is that this it is marking this file as your configuration file, and also it is scanning this package. Whichever package this file is there, right? This file is under this package. So it will scan and create all the means. If something is annotated as controller, something is annotated as controller. Here it is annotated as controller. So it will create the bin. Okay. So this is the significance. This is a configuration file. It will enable the auto configuration and it will scan this package for creating different bins. Okay. So this is a step 3. Step 3 is check that whether Spring Boot application is present. Check Spring Boot application annotation is there. Application main method is there. Okay, main class is there or not. Then step 4, what you do, you create a controller. Step 4 is you create a controller. This is the fourth step here. The controller we created, right? And the class we created, which has been annotated with REST controller, and then inside that, the method you are writing, that you are annotating it as get mapping, because you want to access it through the URL, just like this. Just like this, HTTP colon local host, something like this. If I want to annotate, then this is how we should put the path, get mapping and path. Okay. Till this it is clear.
Yes.
Can I
Yes,
get
sir.
a big yes from all of you, because we only very few
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
people.
ma'am.
Okay. So this is all we have done till yesterday. Okay. But actually, one of you, I can even remember the name, I think Vishal. Vishal was there, I think. Yeah, Vishal. Or somebody, I forgot actually. Someone was like very much um, interested to know what is, means what magic is going on in behind. So I'll just show a bit little. Okay. Means I cannot go more in detail, but some of the thing I would like to show you. So what you need to do, remember very carefully, go to your IntelliJ IDE, then in the setting, you change the console size. Here, just type in console. Okay. Say, make the size as 5000, so that we can do what? We can when we are starting the server, right? When we are starting the server, all the log is coming here. All the log we can capture, and we can see the magic. What magic actually Spring is doing. And then in the application, in the resources folder, in the application dot property, just put this logging.level.org.spring framework equal to debug. This key value pair you put. Just I am putting it over chat. Okay. So just copy it in your notepad somewhere. Logging.level.org.spring framework equal to debug. Okay, currently it is info. When the default mode is info, I want to see the log level in detail. When the Tomcat is getting started, some messages are appearing here in the console, right? So I just want to see the means what is going on, the detailed information I want to see, the log level detailed information I want to see. So what I should do, I will just make it debug. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just start it. Let's see what is going on. See, a lot of information. Earlier, not this much information we were not able to see. But since I have made debug, okay, debug means detail information. The console, the server log is getting printed here. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll just search for dispatcher servlet. Dispatcher servlet. See here. There is something called dispatcher servlet. Everybody able to see, right? I'm highlighting this dispatcher servlet.
Yes, ma'am.
See here, this dispatcher servlet, automatically what is happening when the server means first what is happening, the Tomcat means the Spring Boot application main method is getting started. When I am starting, right, the Spring Boot, this main method is getting called, and since it is annotated as Spring Boot application, and this annotation means it is enable auto configuration, component scan. Three things are there internally, right? Spring Boot configuration, then enable auto
We
configuration, component scan. So
scan.
what it is doing? It is what it is doing. It is creating Spring container engine is getting started, and it is creating dispatcher servlet. Okay, this is the only servlet which actually takes care of all the mappings. See here, this dispatcher servlet, if I will search it, it is, see here, mapping servlet. Dispatcher servlet is mapping to which URL? Slash. That means when I am typing here HTTP localhost colon 8080 slash. Okay, all the slash for every all the slash. This slash. Okay, when it is this slash, not this one. When this slash, all the request starts with this slash, right? This slash is going to where? This is going to your dispatcher servlet. This is creating the dispatcher servlet instances, instance, only one instance. There is only one dispatcher servlet object is getting created, and that is only responsible for taking all the requests. I'll show you this is what actually happening. See, suppose you are a mobile user, suppose you are a desktop user, or somebody is a Python user. Means there are three different machine or different applications, and everybody is sending requests. All of them are sending requests, okay, to your web service. Your web service is at this end, and all users are at this end. So all the requests are coming to where? Your front controller. Dispatcher servlet is taking all the requests. Okay. Now, suppose somebody is here, I am trying to access which request. Here in my controller, I have two services. One is slash hello. So what I will do, slash hello, and here. Okay. So slash hello request, it will, this dispatcher servlet knows, okay, my slash hello should go to where? This dispatcher servlet will take slash hello, and then it will call the required resource. So it knows that, means it has all the mapping with it. Okay, this content, the Springs container also do what? It scan all the, in this package it will scan. So in this package there is a hello world controller which is annotated as REST controller. So this is also a Spring bean. Okay, this is a Spring bean. So what it will do, it knows that REST controller means all the requests, it has the ability to serve the request. So all the requests will come to hello world controller. So it will pick this hello world controller. Inside that there are few resources, that means few methods. So which method, which path is actually the slash hello? The slash hello is mapped to which method? The slash hello is mapped to this method. So your dispatcher servlet knows, and it will invoke, it will redirect your request to this say hello method. Okay, to this controller it will redirect, and this, it will automatically create this object, and this method will be called, and the response what it will get, the response it will get, and it will send it to this user. So this front controller, everything means it is, front controller is your dispatcher servlet. It takes care of everything, all the request response necessity. If I will do hello bean, then it knows, okay, slash hello bean is present here in one, from one or other machine. Suppose I will try to access hello bean, then it knows, okay, hello bean, it is present where? It is present in the REST controller. Which controller? It will just try to instantiate that. That say that method will be invoked, and this one will get automatically be called. Okay. So most of the magic is done by this dispatcher servlet. Okay. And also you can see there are few other bean also, auto bean, auto configuration. You can see here. Configuration. Let me search with configuration. See here, dev data, so dev tool data source auto configuration. Then data source initialization auto configuration. So many auto means whatever file it will see right in the class path. Since I have Spring Data JPA, so Hibernate JPA configuration means lot of beans auto configuration with bean it will create internally. Okay, and this magic everything is because of what? Because of this Spring Boot application. Okay, internally this is how it is means it is doing. Understood?
Ma'am, can you
So
explain it once? How the dispatchers work?
this, see the first of
The
all
actually the front controller. I didn't get it that.
the dispatcher servlet I have shown you right. You search with dispatcher servlet. What is
Yes.
happening? See first when you are starting here, right? When you start your jar, when you will run your jar file. This is a jar file. Ultimately, it will be going to be a jar file, right? I
Yes.
will from the IDE I am running like this. Or if I want to run it from the command prompt, what I will do? I will just how you are running the jar file, Java, then your jar file
Yes.
will run like that, right? So I will run my jar file. Then which one is the entry point? The main method.
Yes.
Every time the class which is containing the main method that will get started first. So
Hmm.
this class will be started, and here this class is annotated it with as what? Spring Boot application.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
Spring Boot application has three annotation. It is mapping to other three annotation, which on dipping down what we saw, on drilling down what we saw three more.
Spring Boot
Spring Boot auto configuration, enable auto
enable call to
configuration,
configuration and component
component
scan.
scan.
Yes, ma'am.
So what it will do? The Spring Boot configuration, enable auto configuration, and component scan. So these three, because of these three annotation, the Spring container, the engine, Spring engine, the container, Spring container is ultimately some Java class, right? That will
Hmm.
get started first. That Spring container, that IOC, what we studied last time, right? That will get start fast, and that will create your Spring, that will create your
Beans.
dispatcher servlet. Okay,
Okay.
dispatcher servlet. So dispatcher servlet, if you will search like this, then that dispatcher servlet, one instance of dispatcher servlet will be created. Okay, and this dispatcher servlet is mapped to which URL? Slash.
Slash.
So all your request always, whatever you create, means suppose if I will create some n number of method in my controller, or if I will create some n number of controller inside n controller, I will create some n services, all the services. It starts with slash only, right? Starts with slash only, right?
Yes, yes,
So
ma'am.
this slash is mapped to what? This slash
Dispatcher
is
alert.
mapped to dispatcher servlet, and dispatcher servlet is your front controller. So all the
Okay.
requests. So now you are a user one sitting in Bangalore, user two sitting in some US, user three sitting in Delhi, something like that. From different mobile applications. Somebody is mobile Android application. Somebody is using Python application. Somebody is using PHP based application. Your clients are different. Somebody is using HTML client. So different client, they are trying to access your service. Okay, so how they will access your service? They will access your service like this through some URL, isn't it? So this is the server. This is your server, local host, or some IP address you will give. The IP address colon some port,
Yes, ma'am.
right? Internally, actually, this IP address and this port, everything, it is mapped to some domain name, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your domain name is present where? Your domain name is present with the
Internet,
ISP, the Internet
internet
Service
service
Provider.
provider.
It is present in their database.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And based on that, it gets the nearest means request route and means the network discovers that and the request goes to the server. So now mine, so suppose I have given you my IP address and this port I have given to you. Okay. Now I said that, okay, you please access by Hello Bean service. So what you did, you have typed this in my means in your machine from your HTML web browser. You did that. Someone else did it in some mobile application. Suppose his application or her application is able to, his mobile interface, that Android app interface is able to access this URL. So all of you, since know the IP address, port, everything, the slash URL, everything you know. So the slash, so this request will come to where? It will come to my machine, because the service is running where? It is running in my machine, isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
now this slash, when the request is coming to my machine, my IP address, my port, here server is running, and inside this server some service is running. So this, when this slash, when the request is coming to this slash, then it will go to where? It will go to your Spring container, will take this request to the dispatcher server. The Spring controller will take this request, all the requests. Whoever is accessing my request, every request will come to front controller. My front controller has the idea, like since it is scanning, right? There is a component scan. So my Spring container engine has component scan. It has scanned. So it has all the mapping detail with the dispatcher servlet. So this, it knows for hello slash hello slash is means it is making all requests to come to dispatcher servlet. Now for hello, this one to be called hello bean, this one to be called. So that mapping is there. Okay. All mapping related information is with the front controller. So corresponding resource will be invoked, and the response what the resource will dispatch, front controller will take it and just forward it to the user. So this is front controller is a single point contact. Okay. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Now we'll just go to the next. Now today I'm going to discuss one more kind of API. Okay. Suppose here, see here, I want to say hello world Minu or hello world Pratiksha or hello world Vishal, like that. Hello world Bibu. Some names, some of you are there, right? So based on your name, I just want to means give the response. So I'm just saying Q name, Subham, Prashant, Amresh, like that, right? So just I want to print that name. So what I will do, how can I do that? Okay. Let me just introduce you with one more annotation that is called path variable. So what I will do here,
Hmm?
path variable, I'll
ब्राउजर
show
में
you.
नहीं होगा.
हो जाएगा देखो क्या हो रहा है.
इतना ही होगा.
देखो, what I will do, hello, okay, and I will send a name from the path. I will send a name from the path, that whatever I am going to send, the variable what I am going to send, because my name could be Pratiksha, my name could be Vishal, my name could be Minu, something like that, right? Different names are there. So I am going to send a variable over here. So what I am going to send, I am going to send it in the path. Okay, it is a variable. So so say hello name, the method name I have given, say hello name. And here, what annotation I should use? At the rate path variable. And this is, I'm sending the variable in which format? the string format. So this is a string variable, and that I am going to type here. I'm just going to say return hello world name. Okay, and let me start. Just let me take a note of few of your names. So from today onwards, I am going to give you assignment, okay? And it would be better, like if you can, do the assignment and share with me how to share. Maybe like after the class, I'll just wait for some time and see. Okay. So from today onwards, if people will start getting the assignment, I'll give the assignment what to do, means what kind of API people need to do. So try doing that. Okay. Now my API is ready. So what I will do, what is the path for my API? Slash hello name. It is like this, right? Some name I will give here. Slash hello Shubham. Hello world Shubham. Maybe some space is required here. This dev tool is not helping me actually. Should have reloaded everything, but it is not doing. I could not get the time like to figure out why it is not reloading. If I need to like go for some latest version or some which version I'm using, I'm not sure on. Okay. DevTool actually it is easy to reload everything. The class level changes whenever it finds, it reloads the server. Hello world Shubham, hello world shall. Got it? How this is coming?
Yes, ma'am.
So try doing all kind of Pratiksha. Okay. So this is how you can also create your API. So till the time, what all thing we created a controller and all hello world related thing only we were doing, right? Now actually we'll do some real time stuff. Okay. So suppose we have a social network site. Okay. In social network site, what are the two important things? Can anybody tell me? Social network site, social network. What are three things? What are the important object? See, Java is a domain object-oriented programming language, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And and all means all the project it is based on models, all or domain, right? It is all domain based. If I am talking about social network, then immediately what all objects are coming into your mind, or what all domains are coming into in this domain, social network domain. What all important objects are coming into your mind? Can
Chat,
anyone?
Followers.
chat, posting, then um,
Followers.
The most important domain is the object is the user, right? You need
yes,
to
ma'am.
create a user. You need to see the user, all the users who all are there, right? Then For a particular user, what all post, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So whenever any project is coming to you, right, you should always think that project in terms of the object. See, chat is a functionality, right? Chat is a functionality. Who is using that? User is using,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
right? Chat is a functionality. Then followers. Followers is also user only. If I am not a user, then I cannot follow someone,
Mm.
right? Following someone, or if we want someone to follow us, all these things are all user based, and it is a functionality. So first, the very important thing that we need to create user, and for every user there should be
Some
some
posts.
post. So for a particular user, what API we should see, this session is all about like API design. Okay, that's why I am just trying to uh, emphasize on this point that whenever any project or any website is coming to you, you should think it in the domain wise. When this particular domain has which all important objects, so you have to think that. And once that user thing is coming into user and post, these are the two objects now we got to. Now for a particular user, what all API should be there? Tell me. What all API to be there in a particular. I want to see who all users are there, right? Or I want to see all users, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have already told you that if I want to retrieve the information, then the request method is
Get method.
get type, get users, right? If I want to create, I need to create users also, isn't it?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
it should be
Post.
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 So the URL I can give post. You can give
Delete
get
also.
users. You can give get users. You can create users. Like this you can do it. Okay. Then what else? I'm just giving the means if I will give users and get type, and if I will give users path as post type, then my Spring Boot engine can identify it easily. Okay, get slash, if request method is get and slash user is in the path, then it will just go to that corresponding get method and retrieve that user information.
Yes, ma'am.
If it is request method is post and slash user, then whichever method it should go to find out, it will just invoke that particular method and it will retrieve that, and it will take care of that action. Okay. Then I will get all the users. I also need to find out a particular user information also, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what should I do? Particular user if I want to know. Suppose I just want to know about Minu, or I want to know about Pratiksha. I want to know
Username.
about Sambhav. So I have to send the path variable
Where
Yes.
username. China.
username.
Path variable.
There can be like many Minus in the social network side. There can be many Sambhav, many Vishal, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we will not send the name, right? So whenever we are creating user, for every user, there will be a particular ID. So what we will do, will for a particular user,
ID
we'll
equal
send it
to.
with the ID. We'll try to find the information with the ID. So get users is what? Get all users. Retrieve all users. It is to retrieve all users, and it is to retrieve only one user. Retrieve one user. Post is create one user, right? Then we have something called put
Put.
put users. So it is to
Update. Edit.
update one user. Okay. And if I will call patch, there is something called patch also. Okay. Patch. Patch users is update a part of the user. Update. This is you are updating more than one field. User has many fields, right? A user for the time being, what we will do, we will just take user ID. We will for a particular user, we will have user ID, then the name and the birth date. See, there can be many other such information we will keep like city, profession, then country, um, then gender. Lot of details are there, right? So in social network, many means education,
Password.
age, all these informations are being captured. But for us, we will just take cap. We will the user will have only these three information: ID, name, and birthday. Okay, this is our user object. And for this user, these are the API we are going to design one by one. We will do the API one by one. First, we will do for all users, then we will cover it for the post. Okay. Now, patch users. Of here, put and patch. The difference is very important. Remember, it is also one of the very important interview questions. So, in patch, you update part of the user. It's only one information. I can just update the birth date or just name, something like that. But here update only one user means all the information apart from this ID, all the information most means more than one field. If you want to change, go for put only one information you want to change, then go for patch. Understood? Till now, any doubt? So silence means no doubt. Okay, delete users. Delete users is what? Delete the user. Is it possible? Can I delete? Shall I delete all users? No, right? I will just delete a particular user. Right? So what should I send in the path variable?
ID.
ID. Yes, one of you actually need to put yourself on mute. Noise is coming from your end. Just put yourself on mute. Okay, so delete user is delete the user. So this is how you should design your API. Okay. I request to put yourself on mute. Okay. So now we will just go for this kind of API. Okay. I don't need this hello world controller, all this controller. I don't want to keep now. So just I'm removing. Okay. So in the B, I am going to create one class called user class. So what all thing my user should have? My user should have these three variables. These three instance variables. Private, int ID, private, string name, and then the birth date is date variable, right? So private, local date, birth date, birth date. Okay. So these are the three variable I have taken for my user. These are the three important information I would like to note for my user. But in real time, it is like any means information, whatever you see in the Facebook or Twitter, okay, one should capture for the user. We should have all those things in our user object. Now for the timing, I'm having this three information. Now for this, I should also have getter, setter, and toString method. Remember that is the best practice. So always try to have everything in your. I want to have getter and setter for all these three instance variables. I want to also have a constructor method for all these three Also, the moment I have this kind of constructor, I'll also create one more constructor without parameter. This is parameterized constructor and this is with no parameter. Now, toString method I don't have. Okay, I have a toString method also. Okay. So now I am done with my user base. It is done. Okay, now next thing, what should I do? Tell me. Anyone? Any guess? No guess?
We need to create objects for
Yes,
these users.
Already
we
we
need to
created
create
the object
controller.
user.
We need to create REST controller.
Yes, we need to create the REST controller. Okay. Okay, very good. Before to that, one more thing also we need to do. Okay, since I don't have a database now, so for the time being, I am just going to create the data in my memory, but later time, we'll just, since all this API, I am going to add the step one by one. I will add the database next, then I will add the security next to it, then how to debug all these things next to it, like that. Then all these services, how to decompose and go to microservice mode, all those things one by one. So every class is very, very important. Okay. So every means uh, point you need to like watch carefully. Videos are also shared today. If not able, means if you are having something to clarify, then just go through the video and practice it. And if you are giving your like this 30 days, you are like serious, then definitely after 30 days you will be more confident as a Spring Boot developer, as a microservice developer. So that skill is getting added to your resume. Okay, so I am going to, for now, I am just creating a service. Okay, I'm just creating a service. Here I'm going to create a package, service package. And in this service, I'm going to create a class, the DAO service. Okay, and in this user draw service, what I will do, I'll just create some data here. Okay, so what I will do, I'll have it the static block. And this user DAO service, I'm just marking it as a component. Okay, why? Because I want my Spring Engine to create this component for me. This bean should be created as soon as I start the Tomcat, right? As soon as I run this REST web application, this file when it is start, this main method is calling, the way it is creating the Spring container, dispatcher servlet, the REST controller under this, whatever REST controller it finds, it creates, right? So if I will annotate it as a component, then it will be automatically created. The REST controller also it will be created. Okay, that's why I am marking it as a component. If you want some means class to be already, class need to be created by your Spring container, then you just mark it as a component. Okay, so I have marked it as a component. It is a Spring Bean now. Now this class is a Spring Bean, and I am having a static method here. So what I am doing here, just check it. List. I am mentioning here list user list, the list, view, array list, this is a static variable, private static, And here I am creating some, I'm trying to add some users. Suppose this is my database, okay? Since I don't have a database, I am just creating few users, okay, just to show you how thing goes actually. Later point, I am going to, inside this component class, I will have a database connection. Inside this, I'll have a database connection. But now I don't have that. So just to keep simplicity, I'm just adding the user. Okay. So user ID 1. Suppose I'm adding myself as a user. I'll add few of you as also user. Local date. Dot now. From today date to just giving some minus years. Suppose some 38. Okay. Added myself as a user. Then I will add few of you as also user. Four user I'll keep. If 2, 3, 4. Here I will add new. Here I will add shall. Here I will wait, add one more name, Pradeep. Okay. Pradeep and 25, 20, some random date I'm just giving. Okay, 30 like this. Okay. Then I'm having a method here, public list get all users. And I'll just return the user list. This is my database. Okay, just for the time being, assume this as the database. It is not a database. In future, maybe like next week onward, we will have our database connection. Okay, but getting my point? Can I get some response?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So for the time being, since I don't have a database, what I did, I created a class. I marked that class as a means component with this annotation at the rate component, so that my Spring container will do what? As soon as the server starts, my Spring container will create this bean for me. Okay, since it has a static block, so inside this static block, this static variable will be created and all this user will get added. Okay, now this class is also having get all users. Okay, so now this is being treated as a database file. Now what we will do, we'll just create a controller. So for creating a controller, I'll just create a package here, controller package. See, in real time, you will see that all controller will inside controller package. All means service, that means suppose you have some repository, then when database connection will have, we will have be having, right, it will be inside the repository package. Business logic will be on inside. This is my logic actually, that type creation logic, that's why I have created inside the service like that. Means it will be very organized in real time. That's why I'm just following the real time structure. Now Java, inside this controller, what we will do, we'll create a user controller. What should I do here? I'll mark it as a REST controller, right? Because my API is going to be here. Okay. And then after to this user controller should have this user DAO service, right? So what I should do?
Yes, ma'am.
I should I should have user DAO service. User DAO service. Either I will auto wired like this, so that the object will be automatically field injection will be done. Right?
Yeah.
Or else if you don't want to do the auto wired, if you want to do the constructor injection like this, you can do this as well. Here what I will do, I'll have a public user controller. Spring will automatically inject it. I don't need to create the object. Spring, since user DAO service is already annotated, right? Here it is annotated. The bin will create, and when when Spring is the container, when it is seen that it has the need of, when this controller needs this bin, then it will automatically inject it. Okay, so this is the beauty of your thing. You don't need to create the bin. This dot user DAO service to service. Okay. Now I want to inside. If you don't want to do this, you can do auto wired as well. Okay, you can try it out at your home. Make it auto wired and also try. Means I will put that as an assignment. Okay. Now get all users. I want to get all the users information, who all are there in the database or who all there in the social network site. I want to see them. As an admin, I have the right to see all the users. So this API is useful for me. Public list of user I can view. So this is what should be the mapping here? Request mapping, get mapping. Users. Okay. And this user DAO service here, what we will do, we'll call return user DAO service dot get all users. Okay. Till this, does anyone having any issue? Please let me know. Has anyone got any doubt?
And not from my
Okay.
side.
Okay, so seems like all are clear. Now we will start this service. Start the API. Get started. So we will just call get to the URL users. So all these information you got, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The information you got here.
Ma'am, is this all are present in the response section of the network tab, or you directly just see it here?
This is the JSON, huh? Come again. Come
Ma'am,
again.
ma'am, actually, all these things are going to seen in the response section of the network tab, or is directly in this in this?
This is the response you got. This is the response you got. See
Okay.
how Spring got to know that this is, see, go to network here. Okay, just I'm to see here.
The
What I
users,
did,
the
you
users.
need to do inspect element and you see here. This is the call happened, right? This is the call happened, get call. Here it is given request method is get. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your request URL is get. There is a header of header, request header. Request URL is this. Request method is get. Your status code, response. This is the response we got. Response body. This is the response body.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is the remote address. Okay. And referral policy. Status code is 200. Okay. Get method. So if something you are calling something from URL like this, by default it is get method. So this slash means it has gone to dispatcher servlet. Now
Yes, ma'am.
dispatcher servlet knows already the component scan has been happened, right? So inside the component scan, how many beans are present? Two bean, one is component. So it created the data for us, and user servlet has also this information. This slash user information get mapping. It knows. So when I fired this request, dispatcher servlet uh, did what for this slash user? It went to this controller, means it invoked this resource. This is the resource. The front controller invoke this resource, user's resource, get all users. So already this bean was created, the data was created, it was there in the static block. So get all users. This method got invoked, it returned the user list. The user list was already populated when the bean got created. Inside the Java, you have this concept also. You must have known about this concept, right? You must
This
be
is
aware
static
of this
block.
concept. This
Yes,
static.
ma'am. Yes.
So static block gets executed as soon as your class gets instantiated. The static block gets executed when the class is loaded. Actually, as soon as the class is loaded in the memory, the static block gets executed. So
Yes, ma'am.
it created this user list, and inside this, all this user information got populated. Now your controller got invoked, your dispatcher servlet invoked this method, popular, and this user information got found. Okay, all this user information you could find out here. This is the response. Okay, this is the response. Now, if I want to just get one user information, what should I do? One information, this is this one, retrieve all users we have done. Now retrieve one user. What we need to do? Tell me.
Using path variables.
Very good. Who answered this?
Me, ma'am.
I not see actually. Vishal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It seems Vishal is bit more means alert actually inside the class. I really want everyone to answer, okay, and try practicing. People are must be serious about that, but answer me, okay. That actually encouraged me also. Okay, get one user. So if I want to just get one user, as one of your friends said, I should pass path variable. So which variable ID I will pass? Because each user has a unique ID, right? I don't want to retrieve it with name. Suppose if there is two Usha, then it will be confused. I just one user information I need. So what I
Yes, ma'am.
will do? Get one user ID. Here I will pass path variable. Path variable integer ID I will pass. But there is in user DAO service, there is no method for one user. So what I will do, I'll enhance my user DAO service. What I will do, I'll just create a method which will just return one user, get one user, get single user, something like that, or get user,
Get user by ID.
get user by ID, get user by ID, get user by name. You can do like that also. Okay. Now here, what I am going to pass? I am going to pass integer ID. Okay. Now it is present. My users are present where? It is in my database. My database is now a array list which is in my memory, right? So from here I will try to retrieve. So I am going to do functional programming, guys. I hope you people know this. This is very important actually. Core Java, functional programming, Java 8 features. So dot stream dot filter the, the dot get ID if it is equal to ID, if this condition match, then it will find the first match and it will return to me. Return. Okay. This is for functional programming. I'm not going into detail. So what actually, in short, just explaining, in the user list, I'm getting the stream of it. Okay, this user stream, the object stream I'm getting here, the stream. In this stream, it is searching, it is filtering. It is
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
filtering that which user ID is equal to the ID which is passed here, and the first match is getting
Get returned.
returned. Okay. Now my controller will use that service here. So what it will do? Will user DAO service get user by ID, and I will just pass the ID. Oh, okay, okay. It should return
Return
user.
tab. Return tab is.
Return type is user.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now it is fine. Now I will do what from this application.property. Lot of logs are coming. I don't need. I'll just comment it. I will start my Spring
Okay.
application. Okay. So my Tomcat started, and I want to just to find the information of one user. So what I will do,
And enter the ID.
I'll just try to enter the ID. Let me just come out of it. Okay, I will just send one. So the first user information came up. I will send 2. Second user information came up. I send 3. Who is the third user? Vishal is the third user. Who is the fourth user? 4, Pradeep. Like this. Okay. And if you do the inspect element, sometimes you need to check, right? Which means request header, suppose you want to check. Like, in that case, what you will do, inspect.
Okay. Okay.
We'll do inspect, go to network. Then if you click, then you can get to know about the request header, your URL, your response body, how much time it took. Sometimes it happens, right? Like you may get concern from the user saying that your API is taking a lot of time. So you need to check that whether the time is getting consumed in your front end or back end or in the database layer. So some performance tuning exercise you need to do. So in the calling the URL in the front end, how much time it took? 2 milliseconds. So it is not that big. Like that. Okay, so you will do just inspect, and in the network tab you can check it. Okay. So for today, I think this much you can practice. So what I am going to do, I'll just actually ask you people to do all these things. Okay, so that tomorrow, maybe after the class, I'll do a quick check. Okay, so whoever is doing actually, that is getting and that is helping that person. And if in case you are having some doubt, we can also like clarify there. Okay. So I hope you people will take your assignment seriously and do it at your spare time. Okay. So rest of all API tomorrow we will do. So till today it is like this much we have done. Tomorrow we'll cover post, put, patch, delete and all these things. Then we will also go for post. So with that, actually, you can get an idea like how you can design your API. Okay, then after to that, we will switch to the database. We will make our API more secure. All those means further addition we will do one by one. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. I hope this mm, this is clear for you all. Okay, in case you get any doubt, let me know tomorrow. Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.